Hello everybody and welcome back to Satisfactory. So we are going to continue on our 1.2 world. Go. Got all the phone stuff. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Where? Okay. I know where I am. Okay. So this is going to be mostly temporary. I might have something going from over here. But for the most part, this is going to, well, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to have the highway go down here instead, like I did on my first one. That was the 1.0. So the 1.1, it did this exact same thing, and it wasn't amazingly efficient. But, big but, it's not bad. Now, hopefully with all the changes to the trucks, it will be a lot better in terms of making a highway, because I think instead of doing a train for this one, I'm just going to make, for Hub 2, it's just going to be trucks. Just coming all the way back. The factory must grow. And anything that stops the factory from growing must die. Including me, apparently. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of inefficiencies in this for now. This is making a ton of stuff here. What? Oh no, it's doing the... Oh my god, I hate when it does that. Player, okay. Emote wheel is T, that's good to know. Sample building is middle. What does it have as ping? There we go. No idea why I was doing that. Anywho, wait, if I do this, yeah, it also doesn't. I have to figure out why it's doing that. Because that's not good. This is down on efficiency, but I don't need anything to be too efficient until I get the Miner Mark II. Now, everything down here, I believe, is as efficient as it can be at the moment. Oh no, oh no. Okay, we're still okay on biomass. You. Gimme. Gimme your man. Okay. Now, I don't plan on screwing with trucks until 1.1 comes out, which I think is in like a month. So I'm not gonna screw with automating trucks. But, very big but, I'll be able to get everything set up for it. Mr. Allen. I love cutting down the environment. I'm an industrialist, what do you expect? Okay. Boom. Oh. There we go. Okay. What is this wanting? Yeah, I can't wait till I can... I'm not gonna be... It's not gonna be automated. But it's going to be as close as it can be. Oh, it's that stuff that broke. Okay, give me the wood. Why is it only whenever I hit the sort button? I don't like it. Okay, so this is pumping out a good amount here. $30, $60, $90 a minute. There we go. This makes 300 a minute. Then, oh, wait a second. That does 120 a minute. I need better belts. Okay, so I did coal power, vehicles, basic steel, and enhanced security, which I have to upgrade that. I don't know why it's doing pings instead of anything else. So I'm thinking once I get coal power up and running, what I'll do, wait, here we go. Coal power, so I'm going to put you up. Just grab a bunch of that. Well, actually, it should tell me how much water. No, it does not tell me how much water I need. Okay, so this is 120 per minute. I can't remember how much water that needs per minute. What is this? This is modular frames. So that must be, yes, these bad boys. I'm just gonna put you here. Okay,
interesting.
so
most pioneers already had coal power set up by this point because they understood their responsibility to humanity. Adjusting pioneer attitude metrics. Reminder: coal-powered generators require coal.
Okay, so I can do with one. Okay, so 240 divided by 45. That gives me 5. and a quarter. Oh, wait. Yeah. That gives me 5 and... No, 5 and a third. Oh. Took a swig of water and started choking. Oh. I love it. Okay, so it's only if I do this and then click inside here that isn't this, right? Right. No idea why. Okay, so architecture, I have some different railings, some road barriers. I'm gonna probably get some more here in a second. Yeah, so once I get more resources, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this power supply here, and I am actually going to have a separate building for it. And hopefully that will give us a good, once we get all the other power going, it'll give us a good amount to work with. These have a lot of iron. I'm just gonna take everything I can. And then I'm gonna head out. Now I do wish there were freight elevators so that I could, well, once I get elevators, I'll be able to show you. But basically, they made it so that elevators cannot carry, like, things other than people. Which I understand, but it's still very, very annoying. They're also adding spawn points, so you can actually set your spawn point at, let's just say you're working on a factory. Well, now you're not going to respawn all the way back at base. All the way back at the hub. Now, the original look for the hub last time, I didn't love it. So, what I'm going to do is the actual hub where all of my resources are is going to be above everything, and it's going to look like a warehouse. Everything in that area is going to look like a warehouse. But the sorting is going to be particular. So I'm going to upgrade everything as much as I can. You know, that's not changing. but how it's actually going to be doing stuff will. Okay. So this is on the grid. So I'm just going to take the foundations from, I'm actually going to do right here. Oh, because of limestone. Now I'm going to extend this out just a little bit more. But this is the base for our power plant. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put this on. That's great. Okay. There we go. And then I need more copper stuff. That's great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 of these. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then I'm going to do that. There we go. So I'm going to need a crap ton of copper sheets, more reinforced iron plates, more rotors, and some modular frames. Great. And then... Oh, wait a second. I only have minor mark 1s. So... It's 60 for normal nodes. What are... Where? There we go. So, normal, normal... Okay, they're all normal. Okay. So that means... I'm gonna have to come down here to look for my input amount. There we go. Okay, so... There are a couple coal variants, but... Okay. There we go. Come on, run. Run. Do the slide, run, jump thing. Okay, so if I put this in... 15 a minute. So 5 times 15, that was 5 divided by 15. There we go, 75, so I need 2 and some change. So I'm actually going to make it that, so that I only need 1 node for that. Then once I get to Mark 2, and I actually get back to my base, I'll be able to run some, well, what I'm probably going to do first is have this running on a separate power grid. And then once that is fully running, I'll run everything back to over here. And then once I get the Mark III, Mark III belts, I'll be able to take power production from inside and be able to take it out. So it'll all be working out. What I'll also do really quickly now, I'm not gonna get the truck and bring it up just yet. What I'll probably do if I decide to bring it up is I'm going to just run something down to the ground. Now let me see if I can clutch this. I did not clutch that. Okay. So you're on your last bit. Split that. Another 500. Get 2 stacks of 200, so that'll last it a while. Ah, damn. Okay. There. Then I'm gonna throw those in. Then I'm gonna throw that in. Then I'm gonna turn the thing back on. There we go. I will need a biomass burner as well. I hate this guy. Well, I don't hate him, but he's a massive pain in my ass. Just gonna go down for just a second as I bring this back up here. So it's only if I click here. Clap. Twirl it. Face palm. Rock. Favor sensors point. Wave. It's up. It's down. Finger guns. Okay, been streaming for a little over 30 minutes. Loving it. White tea. Give me that. Oh, I need some rods. Some iron rods. Oh wait, this is out of stuff. Okay, you in there. You are biomass leaves. There we go. Then I'm gonna grab some iron rods. Iron. So first, I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to come all the way over here. Pick all of y'all up. Pick up you. Sort. Yeah, that's Mark II conveyor belts. Okay, so the goal right now, no, not organization, customizer, no, I'm not really trying for custom stuff at the very moment. Don't need any foundations. Yeah, I got all the management stuff that I can, minus these. So I'm gonna need the wall. Ladder and catwalks and walkways. Those are like the necessary things. The rest of this mostly is, minus the metal barriers, is just looking. Then of course it fixes coffee cup because really, oh my god. Okay, so that is 18 total. So get rid of that, rid of that, rid of that. Okay, so these are currently unavailable. The gates should also add the roll-up gate, which is good. Now, the walls... No, wait. Customizer. The steel wall is what we're going to use for the look of all of the hubs. I completely forgot I was going to attempt to put everything in there. hopefully that either raises it or lowers it. Put that there. So that I can do this. You. I'm gonna put a majority in here. Ah, perfect. What ran out? Yeah, legitimately, what ran out? What? What was it? Okay, I'm gonna put one of these on idle. See what the hell is going on here. Okay, I see what's going on. I'm gonna need to turn something off. Wait, this is idle. I don't know what is going wrong here. Everything was working just fine. Was it because I turned these back on? This is the thing I love about this game. It's also a puzzle game. Figure out what the hell went wrong in your factory. Yeah, those last longer. They do give off less, but it's... in this case, less is more. Okay. Production. One of that. Pretty sure I have... yeah. What? Okay, so I need more rotors and some copper sheets. Wait. This is rotors. Okay, why is it doing that? Okay. Gonna save it. Exit all the way out. And get back in. Because this is... I don't like it. I don't like that nothing is working correctly. Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't know what that was. What glitch that was, or what. I didn't like it. Wish it never happened. So. Okay. So I am gonna go down and make a crap ton of copper sheets. I'm just gonna pick out a you, pick out a you, pick out a you. And then the long wait of just this begins. Now, I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. Because I'm going to my local airsoft center for most of the day. They have an event, but I'm not taking part in it. I'm just going to be hanging out because it's just I haven't played in a while, and I don't want to be basically throwing myself headfirst into a 5-hour game. Because they said the event is non-stop, so 5 hours total. After about like 11:45-ish Eastern Standard, they're heading out to play on the field, and it'll be like, you know, it'll be great. It'll be grand. It'll be grand. There we go. I think I said it correctly. I love just sitting here waiting for there we go. Okay, so I had 300 that turned into 150. So likely what I'm going to do is once I get what's it called? So this is 6, yeah, that's perfectly balanced. But basically, it'll be a thing. It'll be a whole thing. Yeah, had to check that. Just doing another 100, and then I'm going to go ahead and... Damn it, I just lost my cap. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so if you want to keep up with some of the stuff that I do off stream, I would recommend checking out my Reddit or Instagram. or even my Discord as well. That also is one of the best ways to keep up with me in terms of where I am, what I'm doing. Of course, no face or anything like that. That's for my safety, not yours. Unless you make it for your safety, because people be crazy. I am crazy, but not for that. But yeah, so this, I want to get it far enough away that it's out of that thing's path, because at one point it was basically, I got so it got so high that that was like it was going through the stuff. So, you know, that. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to, okay. So it's probably going to be, the hub is probably going to be somewhere around here so that I can also get pretty straight shot to here. And that way I can also make a hub here, make some stuff down here, cover that hole, and have trucks coming over to here. Because I don't want to rely so much on trains this time around. It wasn't horrible relying on trains, but trains can only do so much. And most of the time, I like to have trains elevated so that it's... don't know how to explain it. It's a bit easier to manage. Now, something like the setup of whenever I was down here is going to be about the same, but it's going to be very much like temporary. It's going to be a lot more temporary than how I did it last time. So basically, I made it so that the steel production was the main thing going on when I shouldn't have. Okay, so there, and I'll put this. No, there. There. No, because I still need. Some more iron plates. Okay. Reinforced iron plates, I mean. Now this should be good for the most part for now. What I'll actually do is I'm just gonna do that. There. Ugh. Love when it does that. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and cut down some of these massive trees. Where is it? Ah, there you are. You are dead. I'm just clearing out this entire area. I am Deforestation Man. Apparently. But yeah, these are really annoying. Just because they're big and they get in the way. Plus, I'm going to be needing a lot of wood. Pick you up. Okay. You. Yep, I have more than enough. Okay. Once I get Power Pole Mark IIs, it should be a lot easier. Come on, let me see the... Whatever. Okay. I like to put it between two things there. Okay, so max consumption is 5 watts because of the minor mark whatever. Now let's bring some extractors into this mix.
That may indeed be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities. Or you could just pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens. Fix-it pipelines can contain any fluid, including the water necessary for coal-powered generators. Note: water does not flow upwards by itself. While water extractors provide some lift, to truly defy gravity, consider the use of pipeline pumps.
Okay. Straight. There we go. Yeah, that'll work for now. Actually, wait. I'm gonna put this over here. So what does it say now? Max consumption is 25. That is fine. Know that pipes can be a bit weird, especially fluids. Okay, so this needs 180, so this needs 2. If you could get out of here, that would be great. Thank you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these back down. There. There. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the end here. There. And then if I come over to here, what is okay, max consumption is 45. So, wait, how much does each of these? Okay, 30. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this into solid biofuel. Gonna make a stack. Actually, I'm gonna make 2 stacks of solid biofuel. Oh. Once that shows 8. Actually, no, I'll just make some extra. There we go. Okay, I will be right back. Sorry about that. Went out to press a button that I thought needed pressed, and apparently my mom went ahead and pressed it, so. Water. Okay, so I needed an excess of solid biofuel anyways, so that I could, well, have extra. Which you're like, of course, yeah, you stupid son of a bitch, get on the, we already know, but hopefully with this excess, I'll be able to get everything moved. So what I'll probably do is have a... Oh, I don't give a rat's ass about them. Once this gets up and running, it should be a completely closed system. So the coal generators will power everything that it needs in order to actually run. So yeah, that should hopefully be good. We're gonna be left with 4. Okay. So some in you and some in you. And there. Why did it shut down? Max consumption is 45. These each have 30. Yeah, there we go. I forgot to hook this up over here. Just do default. Once I actually get everything going over here, once I actually get a small factory up and running, this will be a lot different. There we go. I am going to... Wait, can I? I don't think so, but can I? No, I need more rotors. Dang it. Okay. I'll be getting on that in a second. I'm just gonna clear fluid buffers. Oh, so boring. Friggin' love this though. Once everything gets like fully up and running, it should, like once I get the automated power, like all that stuff running, it should be fine. So I need 2 things. Yeah. Well, I need to do 2 things. So I need to make... Yep. I need to make a bunch of Why did it... Oh, that's why. Okay. Some of these are like on their... Yeah, last bit. Oh, wait a second. I'm gonna take everything out of these and I'm just gonna plug it back into there and it'll go through. It'll hopefully help until I can get some here. You have no fuel. You have one singular fuel. Okay. There you go. That should be much more equal. Gonna make a bunch of leaves biomass. Best promotion on streamboo.org. Oh my god. I hate the freaking bots that come into the chat and say things like that. I need to... What I really need to do is I need to get either a bot or just something to get all of that, you know, just done. Ugh, there's so many things annoying me tonight. Okay, so... That should have disseminated a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on. Oh, this needs more. So, it's looking good. Make that biomass. Okay. So cold in my room. Yeah, I didn't get a ton of wood last time. Okay, so I need more. I am from America. I always need more. The factory must grow. So once I get the Mark II miner, I will be redoing the entirety of this factory. This was a good idea. This was a very good idea. Now, I'm willing to bet... Oh, shoot, I remember what I forgot. I forgot reinforced iron plates. Solid biofuel. Damn. No, that's not. Damn it. Okay. Now, let's get over. Oh my god, yesterday where I go to get my haircut, they had that one song from K-pop Demon Hunters, which I've never seen it, but I've seen like the clips, and like I saw that Cinema Wins or whatever, and that Golden song is like frickin', it gets in your head. It gets in your head. And that was, I believe, I don't know which grid that is. I think that might be that one. Kinda hoping it's this one, but also kinda not. So the plan is I would have a bunch of different... I can probably just jump off of this one. But I would have a bunch of different trucks coming from here. One that's just coal. One that is just like basically with the output, they can do a couple different things. So, okay. Now, I'll be able to get this to what it needs to be. So that it is a 1-to-1. But, yeah, this is great. Okay, yeah, there we go. This is doing, yeah, 60 minutes. Okay. I believe... Yes. So... I honestly don't care about whether the water is too even at this very moment in time. Partially because there's going to be other things that need water. Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay. So now I can put... Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. Put that in there. Now, I can start on the small factory. Because there's 2 other things over there that I am going to make use of. But I'm going to let this run for just a little bit. So, max consumption is very low. Actual consumption is, like, it sometimes goes up to that, but that's because of the water. So that's like a 19.9 megawatt difference. So, you know, there's that at least. I'm gonna let this run for just a little bit, just to see how well it's working. Because I know this isn't gonna be the best. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I also have a Fat Boy ice cream sandwich because we just went to Sam's Club today. Yeah, these aren't really going to be too efficient, which I'm fine with. But, you know, it's it is what it is. Oh, wait. Oh, Mark 1 does do 60. Okay, I'm just dumb. I thought it was 30, then 60, then 120, and so on and so forth. So, whatever. I got it doing more. Now, I technically... I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I was gonna say, I can technically go ahead and start making the hub, but I don't really want to start doing that just yet, because I don't know how big some of the factories are going to be. Because usually what I do is I have a factory over here, you know, that type of thing. Or just a factory right here. So, but what I might end up doing... It's very difficult to think of something without, like, having a... What's it called? Like a plotting software. It's not like Minecraft where you can just hop into a creative world and start doing crap. Because this doesn't have a malleable landscape. That is the only thing one of the only things I don't like about Satisfactory. Now, don't get me wrong, we have a lot of customization. But what I would absolutely love to do, is have an underground train network that I basically have to carve out myself, or have it be kind of like Create Mod has it, where you're able to have your own, like, tunnel bore. Ice cream, Sammy. Well, wait a second. put something going off over there. Then I'm gonna do trying to be very smart. Now, will this be a pain in the ass to deconstruct everything? Absolutely. Do I give a rat's ass? Barely. Because I want to do this right. I don't want to just half-ass it. Because I've done that in the past, and it does not work out amazingly. Now, they say the way to a man's heart is food. I say that it's almost entirely not true, but you should probably test it just to make sure.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Merthyr fear. Yeah, there we go. Mycelium. Need to get some fabric going, or else I won't be able to. Ah, there we go. Won't be able to get the what's it called, the parachute. Parachute is very important early game. And if somebody tells you no it's not, they're lying. Because it basically negates almost all fall damage. As long as you use it correctly. Now, something else that I need to do is I need to get up here because... yeah, iron. There's iron in these thar hills. These are impure. But I don't really need them to be the best quality for now. I know there's... yeah, there's just more over that way. And then there's a pure one. Oh, pure. Okay. Usually that's a normal one. That is definitely going to come in handy. But I am not going to put walls on this one because it is not going to stay. Like I'm putting these walls up, but that is for, if I can. Here we go. Oh, I don't have ladders yet. I'm dumb. Well, kind of dumb. I'm getting ahead of myself. Do that. Go as high as possible. Oh my god. There. Gotta get down here before that completely runs out. Okay, there we go. Now there's gonna be a lot of things clipping into each other, but that is fine for now. Time to go back. Ah, that is why you never drive while distracted, kids. I was on my phone checking my notifications, and I basically just jumped off the edge. So yeah, never text and drive, never phone and drive, never just don't be distracted. Like, I'm able to do it on the straightaways, but it's especially difficult with going uphill. Because the game, it technically counts each thing as having like a little tiny bit of air around each slope piece. And because of that, it's basically like, it's putting me off. It's basically saying, oh, he's going up, he's going at a constant speed, and there's like a difference in elevation between the sides, so it turns me. Which I'm glad that this does have some really good physics like that, but give me a freaking break. Okay, so first thing I need is from the awesome shop right now is first thing I need from the awesome shop, ladder. I need ladder. Okay. Got another 2, so that is 4, which I believe I'm able to get just the ladders. Okay, yeah, I'm able to just get ladders. So take that off of favorites. So next thing I'm gonna get are the catwalks and walkways. So I believe catwalks are interior while walkways are exterior, which means industrial railings are interior while modern are exterior. I think I got that right. Really? Okay. So much crap to do. Just right here. Ooh, wait a second. Don't I have... No, that's just one. Okay. That's also going to do one. Wait a second. Put 100 in one of these. Yeah. In both of these, I mean. Yeah, I really wish the, these things despawned whenever they were stuck for a while. Like, stuck in one singular area. And it's so annoying that they're not. They're also tanky as hell, so... Now these will be used eventually as basically just in case or buffers. So that's the good thing. Bad thing, these are what's powering the entirety of my facility here. So I'm kind of screwed if I don't get the other stuff up and running. So yeah. Now the goal is to have everything filled up 100%. Like all of these resources filled up 100%. Eventually. You know what? I'm gonna... These, put them up here. Okay, there we go. That should be fine. So this is always going. Yeah, so we're chugging along here. I think we'll be having more than enough resources for a while from here. The only thing that I really gotta do before getting off is looking at, like, is just getting a plan. Okay, so steel ingots, that requires foundry, that needs coal and iron ore. So I'm gonna have to get both of those, so that is going to be 30 each, so that's 60. Okay, steel beams are what's going to be used for pretty much everything. Let me see foundries. Foundries, okay. So I'm gonna do 3. I want it to get to be as even as possible. And then what I'll do is I'll make 2 constructors and I believe that's as far as we can go in steel. Of course, we'll get the versatile framework eventually. Let me actually look at some of the stuff down here. So, jump pads, they're not necessary, but they're like a, you know, a like to have. Yeah, logistics Mark III with need steel pipes, steel beams, stackable pipeline support. Most of like this stuff only needs the steel beams, which I think they stack in 200s, so they're more desirable for now. Once I actually get, yeah, the advanced steel production here, I'll be doing the Miner Mark II. Not exactly manually doing the encased industrial beams, but probably going to be manually inputting the steel beams. Then stators, I don't think stators are actually really used for anything other than motors. And I think automated wiring. That's the only other thing. So this is... No, logistics is going to be the next thing, and then advanced steel production. Because then with advanced steel production, I can actually start making a more... what's it called? A more permanent... It's going to be more permanent. The expanded power infrastructure, exactly as it says. What I'll probably do is everything will... Okay, so I'll have a power tower platform at each hub. So let's just say this isn't exactly how I wanted it to go, but what I'm thinking of just doing is each hub, if there is a power source, it will be powering itself because it needs to, you know, make all the stuff. But then I completely forget how big the power tower platforms are. I think it's just a single foundation. I could be completely wrong. I got to double check that. I'll do that in a second. But the expanded power infrastructure, that is also necessary because I need the power storage. I want to get power storage, like a crap ton of that as quickly as possible. I'm probably going to do that closer to the main hub, where I'm going to be doing the main hub, because once I get the advanced steel production, I'll be able to kind of leave that be, because then we'll have some better stuff for the coal, and we'll be able to expand our power infrastructure there. And that is going to be basically just shoddily connected. But then once we actually get the main hub up and running, I will redo the highway make it so that the power tower platforms, it goes all the way down to where it needs to go. So the hub will be up very high, like super high. But how I have the bit now is I'm gonna keep some of it, so that I can be going between. Now, if the power tower platforms are better than the hypertubes, I'll wait on the hypertubes. Because power tower platforms are definitely better for like close range. Because it's basically just going straight over. But hypertubes, they can be better for long range, as well as in phase 2 that has oil. So I am... Oh wait, I put all of my cable in here. That was an oopsie. Gonna grab 3 of that. Okay. I should be good for, because I'm not doing like actual big things. It's more smaller starter type stuff. So I should be fine, just kind of taking what I need for now. Because I'm not going to be doing like I said, I'm not going to be doing like a ton of stuff yet. Then I need 2 -1s. I actually got to go down to get some rods. Some rods. Hot rod. Grab another stack and then just fill that up real quick. So what I'm gonna do right now well, I'm thinking, because what I might do is whenever I'm starting a hub, yes, this is what I'm gonna do. So the 4 power, that is going to be like whenever I go over to when I go over to there, once I actually do like all the stuff that I need to do over there to get power good, there is going to be just one singular wire connecting the factory over here, power grid, to the coal power. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna. That's how it's gonna go. So coal power, it's gonna go up to the hub. It's not gonna be powering the hub. Well, kind of. It's very complicated, but basically the plan is I'll have a monitoring station over there. It's going to be higher up so that whenever I do put in hypertubes, I won't have to like be going up and down and having to worry about all that stuff. But whenever I do end up doing like, oh, this system is going to go with this is going to go with this, blah, 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 it's all going to go to there. Then it's going to show like hub 1 power, which is just going to be like it's powering the entire factory. And I'm going to be able to shut that off. Um, but yeah, there's going to be a separate power grid. It's going to be like one of those. I don't. I don't know if I want the small, like the power poles, to be the grids for the factories, or the grids for the power generation. Because if it's for the power generation, then I would have to have that run all the way over to the hub so that I could zip line over if I wanted to. Because what I want to do is I have the zip line, which I don't think needs power for me to actually attach to it and everything. I think it just basically relies on the well, not the electricity, but like the conductiveness between the core, the cable and the thing. I don't know exactly how it works, because the zipline cable, the zipline, it looks like it has its own power source. So I would assume I don't need power in order to use it. So what I can do is I can have that as a backup, but then the primary be the hypertubes. That might be what I do, because that would just be great. Hypertubes are really fast. They are faster than the zipline. I know that for sure. They also require a little bit less setup than ziplines, because for the zipline you absolutely need those the giant power things. Okay, there we go. So now I just go into architecture. So I'm basically just gonna, the end of this will be just setting this up, getting ready to get the steel factory going. Okay, so now I'm just a little bit off. I'm just gonna do 10. I can't remember. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, and then I just need some foundations. Come on, this side. There we go. Okay, so this is obviously going to be very temporary. The miners up here are not going to be. So there's going to be, yeah, there's the impure. There's another impure vein around here. I need to get, okay, there it is. Up. There we go. Now, for now, they will be merged. But then once I get going on with Miner Mark II, it will not be. Well, it might still. I don't know. It's a future thing. You know what? I'm gonna put a foundation right here. Then another one right there, so that I can see how far down it will go. There we go. Okay, so these are now producing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put two of these down. Not that. And I'm gonna put this here. So that they're actually going somewhere instead of just ending up right here. Because these do 30 a minute. Okay. There we go. So that should be filling up now. No, not that. This. I think. Oh, no, that's not too long. That's good. Very good, actually. That. Then come further down. Now I'm also using that storage container up there as a buffer, as well as the storage container I'm going to put down here. Okay, so I'm gonna... There we go. Okay, so I got these going. I got 60 iron a minute. I did not mean to do that. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that because I'm going to be looking at steel ingots. Okay, so, okay. That's not good. That's not good at all. Because I need to get into this so I can... Just fan-frickin-tastic. Okay. I'm gonna have to do... For now... is this. So back here. There, there. Okay, so max consumption is still a lot lower. Yeah, that is still a lot lower. So this isn't going to be the best in the slightest. So I'm gonna get rid of that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put the constructors down. These come out 45 minutes. So it's a 1-to-1. And because it's a 1-to-1 like this, I'm just gonna go ahead and make it like this. If I don't, it'll just be a headache. Oh wait, that's iron. I need coal. Okay. Probably gonna get attacked over here. Time to kill some creatures. Where are you? There you are. Don't. So what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna miner. Oh, I gotta. Just gonna put that over there so I can bring this over. Now, as I said, this is gonna be extremely janky. So it's not like this is permanent. And go there. Wait, what? Oh. This is making steel beam. This is making steel pipe. So hopefully we'll be seeing... Yeah. Be seeing some coal come from over there. Okay. So I think I already have that mostly set up for technically. But that is going to be that entire thing is still very temporary, because I do plan on having like all of this, well, not this, but most of this raised up so that I can get around on a cart, on a factory cart. forgot how slow this stuff is. Okay, once I get Mark II, what's it called? This will be getting 120, and this will be getting 120. So it'll be a lot better in terms of both what's it called? So once I get this stuff, well, that to 120 and this to 120 a minute, it'll be basically running non-stop. Now this is not 120. This is 60 a minute, this only does 45 a minute. So let's see, max consumption, 100 megawatts. I'm gonna go ahead and put a lookout tower right here. I was planning on this being a shorter stream, just getting everything set up, but my well, my friend Dylan, he didn't cancel. Well, he didn't let me down, but he did cancel. He had plans anyway, so it was basically up in the air. By the way, Dylan, if you're watching this back, love you, man. You're my best friend, man. And then everybody else that I say is one of my best friends is like, yeah, oh, Dylan's your best friend. I can have more than one best friend. I is tired. It's like 11 o'clock where I am. Eastern Standard Time, 11:06. Whenever I get tired, I sometimes get chatty. Like I talk too much. Which is one of my fatal flaws. Now this consumption is going to be going all over the place until I make it 100% efficient. So what I'm going to do is all of this, like this stuff is going to be raised up probably to about either to where that is or to where the highest point of the highway currently is. Because then all I'd really have to do is just raise it up and get it into the truck stations. Which the truck stations, there will be a lot of them. So I'm just thinking about over here, where the first hub is. The first floor and the second floor are going to be iron, and then the third floor, I forget if I have 3 or 4 floors minus the hub. Third floor is going to be copper. That's a hard, like, it has to be copper. But if I have a 4th floor, that's also going to be copper. Basically, I want to spread it out as much as I can, and then what I can do is I can bring there's a pretty sure. Wait, no. wait for a minute. Is there not? Did they get rid of the coal on this island? Because I distinctly remember there being coal on that island, because this isn't the 1.2, what's it called? Yeah, I know about this stuff here. Really? Oh, whoa. There we go. Yeah, so that's all the way over there and all the way over there. Now this is where I usually get my quartz from. I think I also did some from here, and then there's a couple there. But I'm pretty sure there's a Caterium node over here. There's definitely a Caterium node over here. Um, yeah, so some of the hubs will just be, well, not the hubs. Some of the stuff will just be collecting it, collecting like quartz and things. And they'll be taking some of it. Basically, a lot of this, unless it has like for here, this has limestone over there. And this has iron up there. I'm not going to be just transporting... I'm not going to just be transporting the coal all the way over there. That's a waste of resources. Um, partially. Also, that would create an immense amount of lag in one area, and I don't want to be doing that because I also share this world with my gaming laptop, and I want to be able to at least move while I am on this and at college. On this world at college. So, okay, so I have 4 of these, so that is 75 times 4, that's 300. I don't even think... Okay, so I have... Nine times 30 plus the... I think those are 20s? So technically, the biomass burners have more load on them, because I think that's about 310, maybe 320. But the coal power generators will be picking up a majority of that slack. So the biomass burners will barely be doing anything. And that is like the goal right there. So whenever I get oil, because it doesn't have any uh, byproducts. Whenever I get oil, I will be doing like a majority of oil production will be like I get the fuel, like I turn it into fuel, and then I get the resin as a byproduct, and I'll just be washing that to get rubber and plastic. And then I'll also be doing that again once I get the other bits of oil, and part of that will also go towards uh, rubber and plastic, but anything extra will either be turned into fabric or it will just come back to the main hub for both storage and further processing into other materials. Because for some of the materials, I want a like a hard cap. I don't want them going um, into the awesome sink. So stuff like this, where it's like a massive amount, like this is going to be a massive amount. That can be that can go into the awesome sink. But with things like resin, where there's like a lot that you can make into it, make it into, that you really need, like, let's just say I turn it into fabric. I don't want excess resin. Like, I want as much excess resin as I can. Basically, if the resin isn't going into the factories, it will be going into the awesome sink. But that's as a, I think, tier one. I know there's different tiers of like resources, because you get a certain amount per, like, a certain amount of awesome points per thing. It does go down, but over time. But with resin, that would be like, I don't want the processed resin going into that. What I'll probably do is, in each of the different factories that needs resin, I'll have a buttload of it, and as I get resin like byproducts, it'll be like one thing is favored, and then once that gets basically not shut down, but basically like it gets full of what it's making, and it gets full of resin, then I'll go on to the next factory, which is making something else. Basically, the idea that I want to do is you take these as far as you can on their own, and then once you get so far on their own, they get shipped back to the main hub. If they need more processing, they'll get sent to the recycler. And then, well, if the storage is full, they'll get sent to the recycler. If there is stuff that can be done with it, it will get pulled off of the recycler line, because I'm gonna have like a crap ton of recyclers, like one per two resources, basically. Um, so one per two resources. Well, not two resources. One per two products. One, well, one per two storage containers, where they're going to be the industrial storage containers. They get sent to recycling, which is going to be going down and over. But on the way over to recycling, they'll get pulled out of line to be used in other things if they're able to be. It'll be that, or it will split half of the resources going to storage, half of it going to a factory, and once both of those lines get filled up with resources, then anything extra goes off to recycling. That might honestly be what I do. Um, just because that seems the easiest. But I don't want everything to go to one sorting floor. So what I'll probably do is I'll have a sorting floor for trucks, sorting floor for the trains, and then yeah, then it'll get thrown throughout. Now I don't know if I'm gonna have the sorting floor for each be above or below it. Because if I do it below it, then I have to worry about, oh my god, am I going to get run over? Well, for the trucks, am I going to get run over whenever I go up? But also, is it going to do too hard of a turn and hit it? Because if it goes up, there's a much less likely chance of that happening. Um, Now there will be a truck going to the main hub with just coal, like excess coal. Um, Yeah, so I'm probably going to have another 4, because then that's going to be doing 120, and then I can just have 4 of these. Um, I'm probably going to keep it around this area. What I'll do is I'll have the thing raised, go over, and it'll have that same system where it has that stuff splitting, and then another 4 on either that side or this side where it's doing that, because this will be raised higher, so that first of all I don't have to use as many conveyor lifts to get the iron, because there's also a lot more iron up there. Yeah, there's another 4 nodes of impure iron, and that should definitely help. I'm actually going to... No, I don't have enough. Okay. I was going to say I'm going to go ahead and get it set up, but those each take 4 per bit, and then these each take 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait for these to get filled up a bit more. I'm probably going to go back to base. I'm gonna run this all the way over. I'm gonna just delete that. So hopefully this will pick up some of the slack, but it's also going to stop the production for a good bit. So I'm not going to connect it just yet. I'm going to keep it on my right side for now. All of this will be destroyed eventually. So I'll get rid of like this part of the highway here. What I'll probably do is I'll just have it extend further that way, and then come over and then down for, yeah, the part of it will be going down so that I can get access to the ground. I don't know if what I'll do for, to keep the creatures off of this, because if you put it too low, they spawn, but if you don't put an end onto it, they'll be able to get onto the highway. And you don't really want them screwing up your shipping whenever everything is on a very strict timetable, especially in 1.1, because they still haven't implemented the new truck system, which I've seen what they're planning on doing for the truck system now. It is very, very reminiscent to the trains. So it's actually, it should be easier, in my opinion, than the trains. Hopefully. Because instead of having to do, you know, the train signals and everything that I can't actually figure out, it should just be able to... You should just be able to say, okay, you're trying to get here. And it should say, okay, you made a path, it'll be going to there using this path, and it has, like, automated everything. There we go. I'm actually gonna bring it over to here. No, stop. Okay, so I'm gonna hook that up to the system for now. It's gonna shut down for a good minute, but this should hopefully help. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this up, because it doesn't need the steel beams. This does. This doesn't. Why? I have no freaking clue. It is... the game is great in most aspects. Like, I love playing it. It's so freaking addicting. The gameplay loop is a little bit of the same, which I know some people don't like having a gameplay loop, but this gameplay loop is, after, like, early game, it is pretty nice. It is very nice. 1, 2. I'll go ahead and put all this stuff in, then I'm going to head back. Wait, what? Which ones failed? That one. It was just one. Well, technically, it would be all of these. That's great. Okay. Put all that biomass and it disseminate, you know? I forgot to put that back. What is our max consumption is 322. Capacity is 310. Pain. I am in complete and utter pain. Okay, time to go screw up the environment even more. Even more than this giant floating bridge, which both hurts the environment and defies the laws of gravity. You know, as you do. But what I'll do is I'll get this fixed. For now. What? Where? Why? Why you? You're dead. Is there a... There is a slug somewhere around here. Where the hell is it? Is it on the side over here? Is it on the side of the cliff? Sounds like it. Oh, there's some more of that. Yeah, I'm not planning on going into any more hostile zones just yet. Oh, but now that they're adding fluid trucks, what I'll probably be doing for the stuff over here is I'm going to probably put all of the fluid into fluid trucks and then put it over to here, over to a hub, put all of that into a liquid, or either package it there or have it go into a fluid tank car, back over to here, package it here. So then it would have to be, okay. The sorting is probably going to be going up, and then anything else is, like, anything that needs extra processed goes down. What? Now, I really should be having, like, earbuds in. Make this, like, less monotonous than it is. But I am not doing that. I am raw dogging it because you all are as well. So. There are some YouTubers and streamers that would put headphones in, like earbuds and stuff, and be listening to music, and you guys wouldn't be able to hear it, but I am not doing that. Now for the AFK session, that's going to be happening like right after I finish doing this. Yes, I will be doing that. I think I have more than enough wood and leaves. So once I get what I need done here, I will be AFKing for a while. I'm gonna leave the leaves for the constructor, and then this for myself. Ugh. Okay, so I'm gonna be running out of space a lot, I think. So it's gonna be good for letting them disseminate. What I'll do is I'm just gonna put the leaves in so I have less. Take that as well. fill these up real quick. Then there we go. So it looks like it's not going to take the load too well. Just well enough that it will... Enough. There we go. Capacity. Power production. We're good. Once I get to more coal generators, it will be very, very nice. Now, really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and remake my tractor. So there's 2, 3. Okay, so I only have 3 real floors before this. Okay, so this is all just to get the what's it called from over here. I also want to see how fast that was going. Let me see max consumption now. So max consumption is lower than capacity. That's good. Absolutely bonk myself. Apparently screw that up, and yeah. Oof. Okay, it's not too bad, but it's not great. Change this just a bit. There we go. Off to Neverland. Really needed that. And then
Milestone reached. The Miner Mark
good.
II allows extraction of
More
resources
steel
from
pipe.
nature to fix it at twice the speed of the Mark I model. Miners can be directly upgraded to Mark II without removing the Mark I model, just like conveyor belts and other upgradable infrastructure. Unfortunately, setting up the production of advanced steel parts and project part number 3, automated wiring, will not be as easy. Every moment you delay reduces the chances of saving humanity. I will not show you the predictions, it would only demotivate you.
Okay, so what I'll do next is this. So basically, once I get everything in here, I can redo this factory. I can redo this factory, I can make the steel factory better. I will eventually... Actually, I can just do this right now. I have the materials, so why the hell not? Ooh, these are out. Okay, so there's that. Not you. So I can actually... Oh, you're not out yet. Can't get rid of you, though. That's good. I was hoping so. Okay. So once I get the jump pads, I'm just gonna AFK for a bit so that we can get this stuff going. So I'm willing to bet. Yeah, I need case industrial beams. So it takes 3 of that, 6 of that. I'm just gonna make them manually. Did I get rid of my tractor? I think I did. Okay. No, I didn't. Not as of this very moment. get that one over there set up. Because it's already ready. So we're going to go ahead and make the 40 in-case industrial beams. And get a little bit more comfortable. There we go. I'll be able to make the extra 10. Nope, no, 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 stop. Why are you going without me telling you? I need a new keyboard. I need to get more reinforced iron plates as well. This should be fine for now. Yep, wait. There we go, so this should just be getting filled. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take this off, put a storage container here, and there. Perfect, 1 to 1. Now that'll keep it good for now. These are also on very quite low supply currently, and then it's going to shoot up to 100% almost immediately. So I need another 8 so that I can get that working. I need to use the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right back. Okay. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to clear a lot of this out. Because I need the area. I might actually pull this further over this way. But I'm also going to go ahead and get my things set up that I usually do to get resources carried around. Wait, where's that? Get my tractor. So I'm gonna do jump pads, and then I'm gonna do the other thing. Sorry, just had to roast my friend Hudson in a group chat. Okay, so I need to deposit everything for the jump pads, and then I need to get more reinforced iron plates. With those reinforced iron plates, I should just be able to make them all nicey nice. I gotta laugh at somebody. So, yeah, once I actually get the main hub going, I'll be powering all of these by coal, most likely. Eventually upgrading to fuel. How long is this going to take? 4 minutes, because it's not as bad.
Milestone reached. The Fix-It jump pad combines high technology and innovation for optimized factory traversal and an ideal travel experience. Clarification. Ideal travel experience not guaranteed, individual results may vary. Pioneers are responsible for all workplace accidents resulting from jump pad usage.
So now that I got all the stuff for the other stuff. Oh, the staff for yeah, it is staff. I'm just gonna turn this piece off. Because they are using, I'm gonna let these run out of biomass here. Yep. And these are still burning biomass, but they won't be going as bad soon. Max consumption is at 424 once I get the other 4. Okay, so each of them needs 45 a minute. So 45 times, I'm gonna do 8, is 360. So that should just be... Yeah, so that is just another one of these. So I need more rotors, more reinforced iron plates. I'm gonna be getting... Just give me as many as you can. Now once I get the power all good, I'll be coming back here and I'll be redoing the entirety of this. Because this isn't exactly the most efficient. It's not bad. It's not great. I'm gonna do that so that I can go ahead and put this into here. Concrete. Did that. Okay, now that I have the extra power, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn these back on. But once again, producing wire. That should not... No, it doesn't do much to the power consumption. Does little, not much. Okay. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. There we go.
Milestone reached. Blueprints reduce repetitive building tasks, further optimizing your progression towards saving Earth, with its beautiful ecosystems, abundant natural resources, and sunsets over frolicking puppies and kittens. The blueprint designer allows you to build and combine structures once and then duplicate that configuration effortlessly. Any complaints about the spatial restrictions will only reveal your own inefficiencies.
Getting up on the 3-hour mark. Well, actually we passed the 3-hour mark already. Once I get coal finished, that will probably be, well, the coal power finished, that will probably be the end of this stream. Depending on how many resources I have, of course. I do plan on also maybe adding more to the, like fixing all that stuff over there. Should help, but you know how it is, it's not perfect, not even close, but hey, we're just starting. This is the new save. So this is ground we've treaded before. This time we're treading it a lot more carefully. Wait a second. this have any backlog? No, it does not. Okay. We'll make this at least a bit better. Okay, so... there, so that's gonna stop for just a second. Ah, I landed it. Okay, so that should be fine. Okay, going up. Oh, I see. I see. God, God, Dylan does that so much better. He has the like Palpatine voice he's able to do. So I got that. Do that. I don't need to do anything to these. Because these do 60 base. Then it goes faster. Which means this 120 is going perfect. That should make a couple things a lot better in terms of efficiency. Yeah, this will never be 100% efficient. This will be here in a second. So these are getting a constant flow of coal. They will be filled somewhat soon. But that is okay for now. That will be completely filled here. Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's already going good there. But what I'm gonna do is that. I'm gonna. There goes the one power grid. That is because I am getting rid of this stuff here. So this power grid is also going down. I'm gonna leave that there for now. This will hopefully be the more permanent. This will hopefully be the more permanent solution here. Oh my god, it's so quiet. So quiet. Okay, so I'm missing that. I know why. Because there's not enough room. Okay. So, I don't think... No, I didn't get the wall holes. So, I'm going to have to just do some crap and try to make sure it works. Um, the... These only do 300 a minute. So what I'm gonna have to do is have them all hooked up. Yeah. Okay, I'll just show you guys what I am thinking. So first of all, I'm gonna... Actually, this is gonna be a... stair foundation. I'm doing double wide because this is gonna be bit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Probably didn't need it to go out that long, but it'll at least help with me worrying about needing to me worrying about space. Okay, 1, 2, 3. These are actually gonna need another thing here. Now it's all the water's gonna be coming from right over here. Gonna have to redo the water once I get the stuff on the out for the wall holes. Okay, this is gonna be filling up kind of quick. So this can fit one more. So I have to basically worry about 2 different splitters here. What I'll do is that there. Do the exact same thing, but mirrored on the side. Then, what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to put this here. Wait a second. There. There. So that fills up these. Then I need to worry about that. Okay. So I think I have, yeah, I have conveyor wall holes. I'll be able to do all that. Gonna go ahead and put a thing walls right here. There is a lot of space on that. I'm gonna actually center this with the wall here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do that. Then there we go. So that is looking very nice. And minus this. Wait a second. I'm gonna just redo this one for the most part. So this is gonna be that is straight. There. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then I put one of these here. And I'm thinking yeah, that'll be fine. And then I do straight to there. And to there. So then I'm gonna have to do that there. I'm gonna put one here and then one right in between. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there and then build it out from there. Okay. So this is the center, so there's two. Center, 1, 2, and then there. Okay. So center, 1, 2, and then here. Thinking this is either right on the no, it is one back, I believe. Yeah. There. And there. And there. And there. Okay, so I think this should be good. If the math is math in here. There's that. It looks like the math is indeed mathing here. And then put it in line with that. No. This way. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to put the splitter right here. There, there, there. Okay. Now that that is looking all nice, I'm going to go ahead and put the walls up like this. Then I'm going to grab that. Just gonna do that so that I can pull it around like that. Try to line it up as best I can. Oh, that is one too high. And that is straight on. Okay. Now, I don't know if I'm going to basically just have a catwalk go up and round, or what, but okay, so that is now in line with that. So I'm also going to do that, then this. Oh, wait a second. I need this to be closer on this side. Oh, wait, but I'm gonna, okay. Wait, okay, so. I'm trying to remember how I was planning on doing this. Okay. I think I have an idea. Maybe I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna do this how I was originally going, or how I was originally doing that right there. There. Round. Yeah, it's clipping. It's barely clipping. There. There and there. Okay. So liquids are weird in this game. They are very different. So what I'm gonna have to do really quickly is just, yeah, I'll put this out for. Actually, that. And yeah, it'll just have to be a bit tight. Pipe is too short now. Oh my god. Okay. New plan. Okay, so I think this is how I was originally planning on doing it. So, one here, one in the center, and one there. Oh my god, let me on top of it. There we go. So then, I put, doing that, and that goes there, this goes here. Very nice. Okay. So then, I'll be pulling this out one more. I'm gonna get rid of this side of this. Then there. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a power pole. Oh, you two are off. That's not good. That's why it was kind of easy, actually. Okay. Hoping these ones aren't. No, they aren't. Well, I'm too far in to redo everything, so might as well just roll it. Doing literally the exact same thing over here. It's along this line, so I'm gonna put this not there. I don't want it there. Actually, I'll just make it in line with this one, so that that is at least even. Yep. There we go. There's one. There's two. I really need those blade runners. Okay. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'm just gonna hook it up to that. Then from this one, I'll run it to... Will that work on the other side? Yeah, that's below it. go. And I'll get a regular wall outlet. There. Actually gonna get rid of that one. And that one. Put this here. Connect that to there. This to here. Bada bing, bada boom. Then just gotta worry about the water extractors now, which is it's a good thing I left this. So what I'm going to do, okay, so this goes one more this way. Once I get the gates, I'll put like an open thing here, or no, I'm just gonna put a... Yep. That is for now. Then what I'll do is I'm going to have a power pole here. No. One here. One here. Completely full. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll put this here. I'll put a pipeline. Like that. And this will go straight out to here. And then a horizontal. So that's better. And then I'll do a horizontal vertical here. I think that'll be fine. And I'll put you right in the center right here. Same thing with your stuff and there. Then actually I should be able to just do horizontal vertical for this. I cannot. That's great. There we go. Then I'm gonna hook that one up to there. It's gonna Oh yeah, I need the rotors from right outside. So, next thing I need to get is either the wall holes or something else. The wall holes for piping. Or catwalks. I actually need to undo that. Put it to here. Wait, actually. Okay, so delete those two. Re-implement this. Then a couple biomass burners. Nope, not that. There. So now wait, what? Oh, do I need a third one? No, these each do 60. Okay, I don't think I need the one going over here, going at this very moment. That should have lowered it. That's gonna burn biofuel till those get... Oh, wait, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I forgot to add the third one. I mean, it'll work, but it won't work well. And I forgot to hook up the other stuff. I love barely having any okay, so what I'm gonna do is out to here. I'm gonna put a support which I need to pull this up by one. There. Straight out to here. And then fine with that. Horizontal, vertical. There. Undo that. Really hoping I don't need to use some, well, I could use some pumps. I'm hoping I don't have to use it. There we go. Actually, no, I can't do that. now. This is how it's gonna be. There we go. Yep, so everything is full. Not of coal. Will be in a second. Double check that there's not a... Yep, we're good. Then that's going to run through everything, and then we're going to be in business. Should, so they each do 75 times 8. That should be 600. Yep, there it is. Now that let's get going. There's that. Should say capacity, yes. 660. Get rid of you two. Then first to here. Because this is very important. Okay. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so capacity should be very high. Well, very high comparatively. Undo that. Put in a storage container as a buffer, just in case. Oh, wait. That in there. So that should be working just fine. Then my other factory should also be working perfectly. Why is that one not? Why is that one not working? What? What happened? Okay, I know those aren't. I gotta see what those need. Because they may just need coal. And if they do, there's more coming. Screwed up there. Let me get to the top. Actually, yeah, it just needed more coal. Wait, what? That's Mark II. That's Mark II. It should be like a constant thing of Mark IIs. Oh. No. What? And that's Mark II. Oh. I see. It's because that thing didn't get up enough. It is a 1-to-1, so it should burn through pretty quick. Let me put down this stuff as well. Oh, that's why this is still a Mark I. And that's still Mark I. And that should be perfect. There we go. Momentary lapse. Not in judgment, but in coal. Yep, so probably what I'll do is I'll have that go up here, over. I also kind of wanted to have a little bit of area here so I can come back, check them like this. That's doing good. Now it should be completely even distribution. Okay. Gonna let that run for just a little bit. I think 8 should be fine for at least what we're doing currently. And that should be okay to get us to oil. Now, this will be permanent, where it is right here. Because I already have everything set up so that it is permanent. I have plans for this area. I got plans for you. But, yeah, I'll be chopping those off, and then I'll be putting the wall so that I can put the other stuff on. I think this looks pretty dang good, if I do say so myself. Pretty neat. Not spaghetti everywhere. That is like the major goal of what I want to do here. That might turn into spaghetti once I start trying to just mass produce for a minute. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, follow button, everything in between. All those good buttons, and I will see you in the next one.